make changes to Vagrant and virtual machines. By default, when you create a virtual machine via Vagrant, the default settings that has been set by the person that created the image will be executed on the virtual machine you created. If you notice, I created a Red Hat machine, CentOS specifically, but the operating system is Red Hat, and by default it comes with 512 memory and a processor, two processors. So this is the default settings that came with the Vagrant image that I set up, and at the same time it's using the adapter 1 NAT as well, which means this cannot I cannot access internet on this Vagrant virtual machine. So all of these I can change them, and there is a way Vagrant allows us to change all these settings as well, and that's what I'll be talking about in this particular video. So just know that at the moment we have 512 memory and the processor is 2. We are going to change this to 1 gig, and we are going to change the processor as well, maybe reduce it to 1 or increase it to like 2 or 3 or 4. All right, so how can we change make changes to this Vagrant settings? Very simple. First, you need to understand that all the virtual machines that are created using Vagrant, all of them are created from a Vagrant file that you get when you initialize Vagrant in a directory. Let's say this is what I'm saying. Okay, let me go back. I think you understand it better. Let me exit. I've signed into the virtual machine using Vagrant. Let me exit back to my local machine. Now I'm back at my local machine. Notice I initialize Vagrant in this directory. So if you look at all the application, all the files in this directory, you notice that I have Vagrant file. It is from this file that Vagrant created the virtual machine that you are seeing here. And this is a file that have some details, so I can modify the details. That's the point. So let's see what's in the Vagrant file first. Let's see the content. These are the contents. It is a Ruby file. This is it. It's a Ruby file, and these are the content. All of these that you see, hash here means comment. Most of the things here are commented out. There are few things that are enabled. If you notice, this the one vagrant.configure is enabled. Then you have this Vagrant box, which contains the box, the image, the box image from which it created the CentOS operating system on the virtual machine. If you notice, CentOS is Red Hat. That's why I have a Red Hat virtual machine here. So that's that. The other thing that is not commented out is just, I think there are 3 things. This like an open statement. Within it we have this, and then at the end there is a closing statement. So those are the 3 things. So if we want to make any changes to this virtual machine now, we can simply do that on this Vagrant file, and that's what we'll be doing. We will be editing the Vagrant file. So before we move into it, let me quickly show you. If you want to let's say the change we want to make now is probably increase the memory image, which is the RAM size, base memory, to 1 gig. We can do that. If you notice around there you have config.vm provider virtualbox. If you notice, you have customize the amount of memory on the VM. It has been commented out. By default, Vagrant CentOS will use 512, but you can use more than that. If you notice, 1 gig is set here, but it is commented out. For us to enable this, we just need to remove the pound sign there, remove this as well, and remove the end there, and we are going to get 1 gig. At the same time, I'm going to show you how to modify the processor size as well. So let's quickly make the changes. You cannot make changes here. You need to open this file with an editor you can either come to the local file, this is it on my local machine, and open it with an editor. I'm using brackets. Also, you can open it on the command line as well if you have maybe nano editor or vim editor. However, I think that would be a little bit hard, especially if you are not used to Linux. So let me show you the easiest way, which is to open it with a local editor on your computer system. So I've opened it with brackets editor, and just everything that you are seeing here is what I have here. Notice we have starting from here, this is the command I opened it, cat. Then starting from here, that's what you see here as well, and these are the lines that are not commented out, 1, 2, and the last one. So we need to modify this. I believe you can see. And see, there's a way I can increase. I'm not so good with this editor, but never mind. I just hope that you can see it all during the. I'm going to improve it during the editing stage. Just zoom in. Alright, we need to remove the comment on this. Comment it. Then we need to remove this as well. At the same time, we remove this. Then we save Ctrl to save. Now I've saved this file. So what I'm going to do now is run the cat command again to display what we have. And see, and as you can see, since I've saved it, this has been commented. The comment is gone, so this no more comment. So if you notice, it's still not effective here because I have to restart it. I need to reload the virtual reload so as to have so I need to reload the virtual machine. So to reload is very simple, just Vagrant, and I need to reboot. So the command is Vagrant reload. So if I should reload this virtual machine now, notice that this will change from 512 to 1 gigabyte. So it can take a while, just bear with me. Alright, it's going to shut down, then it's going to start again. This will go from running to powered off, then it's going to come up, powered off, then it's going to come up. So in the process of coming up, just be aware of this. Can you see? It has changed. We have increased the memory of the virtual machine. It is so simple, guys. It's so simple. Then the next thing I would like to show you is how we can modify the size of the processor. You can go through the Vagrant file as well on your own. Just read through it. It's very simple, and it has some description, or most of the commands have some description. Alright, so that's how to modify the RAM size of a Vagrant virtual machine. So I don't want this video to be longer than it should. So the next video we are going to talk about how to modify the processor. Alright, thank you guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.